Hi everyone, we're on question 11 now. So it says figure 5 shows the sketch of part of a curve C with the equation y is equal to 8x squared minus e to the minus 3x, where x is greater than or equal to 0. The finite region R shown shaded in figure 5 is bounded by the curve, the line with equation x equals 1, the x-axis. Find the exact area of R, giving your answer in the form a plus b e to the minus 3. Where a and b are constants to be found, 5 marks. Okay, so let's have a look at our original equation. So here's the equation in question. Y is equal to 8x squared e to the minus 3x. Now, I think this one is going to be one of those where integration by parts is going to be the way forward. And there's a neat little way of deciding when you're using integration by parts which bit is going to be the u and which bit is going to be the v dashed. Because our formula for integration by parts, which we're given in the formula booklet, looks like this. So whatever it is you're integrating, you need to decide one bit is going to be the u and the other bit is going to be the v dashed. And here's how we can decide. So there is a further maths alternative version of this, but for regular A level, we say you can be late. So this is the order of prioritization of what you would pick to be the u. So logs are top priority, so that means whether it's any kind of logs or natural logs, algebra, trigonometry, and then finally exponentials. So what have we got in this case? We've got algebra and exponentials. Well, algebra trumps exponentials, so algebra is going to be the u. So we write down that the u is the 8x squared and the v dashed is therefore e to the minus 3x. So now we differentiate the u, that gives us 16x. We integrate the v dashed using the chain rule backwards, the reverse chain rule. E to the x integrates into itself, but we've got to divide by the derivative of the inner function. And the derivative of the inner function is going to be minus 3. So we divide by minus 3. So now we substitute this into our formula. I've called this, by the way, I here. The integrand is equal to the integral of 8x squared e to the minus 3x dx. So we have our u times by our v, which we found there. V was minus a third e to the minus 3x. And then we've got minus the integral of vu dashed. But v is minus 1/3 e to the minus 3x. So those two minuses come together to make a plus. And I think that's the tricky aspect of this particular question. It's just that it'd be so easy to sort of like drop a sign and make a mistake there. So that's become a plus because the two minuses have come together. So that is going to be our v, and then our u dashed is 16x. Okay. So now what I've done is I've taken the 16 and the 3 outside because we've now got, this is what we've got to integrate. So this is what we call a double application of parts. Okay, so we now need to do parts again, but on the bit here that we've got after our first application of parts. So we're just going to kind of like park all of this result, and we're just going to do a separate integration by parts calculation on this bit now. Again, using our u can be late, our u is going to be x, so therefore u dashed is 1. V dashed is therefore e to the minus 3x, which means that v is minus 1/3 e to the minus 3x. Subbing into our formula, u times v minus the integral of vu dashed gives us u is minus 1/3 x times e to the minus 3x. So that's our u times our v, because our u is x and our v is minus 1/3 e to the minus 3x. And then we're going to have minus vu dashed, but again our v is minus 1/3. So notice that again those two minuses have come together to make a plus here. So we're going to have plus the integral of 1/3, and it's going to be plus the integral of 1/3 vu dashed. That's our v, and our u dashed is now 1. So that can be integrated after the second application of parts. We end up integrating that, and that goes to minus 1/9 e to the minus 3x, because we integrate the outer function and divide by the derivative of the inner function, and the derivative of the inner is minus 1/3. So minus 3 rather, so we divide by that minus 3. Okay, so now this is our result of our second application of parts. So that can be put now back into our original thing that we were integrating. Okay, so here we are. I've called it I, remember. This 8 minus 8 over 3x squared e to the minus 3x, that's just the bit that we had here after we've done our first application of parts. So I've written that down there. I'm going to put plus 16 over 3, plus 16 over 3, and I'm inserting the answer here that we got for that bit there. So all that's happening is I'm just putting the answer into the formula. So just a little bit of simplification now. What have we got? Simply that 3 times 3 is 9, and that 16 times minus 1 is minus 16, and 3 times 9 is 27, and again a plus times a minus is minus. So just be super careful, because I think the difficulty of this question is in the, I think a lot of people would maybe make errors in dropping a sign. Now we've got to evaluate this whole thing in between 1 and 0. Thank goodness we've got nice limits. So when we put 1 in there, we get 1 squared e to the minus 3. There's our 1 again, e to the minus 3, and then just e to the minus 3. When we put the 0 in, this term's going to go to 0, this term's going to go to 0, and this term's going to become minus 16 over 27 e to the 0. Okay, perfect. So now we have a common factor of e to the minus 3 in all 3 of these terms. So I've taken that out as a common factor. E to the 0 is 1, and a minus makes a plus, so again be careful, 16 over 27. And then when we put those fractions into our calculator and work them out, it turns out to be minus 136 over 27. So therefore, writing our answer in the required form, a plus b e to the minus 3, so it wants it in the form a plus b e to the minus 3. So I've just changed the order in which I've written the elements, and our a is 16 over 27, and our b is minus 136 over 27 e to the minus 3. And that is our final correct answer. Just as an interesting point here, so that was a double application of parts, and I do think that that's probably the way to go for this question. However, if there's anybody out there that feels brave and adventurous, you might want to have a look at an alternative approach for this question. And I'm really glad that they included this. This is the mark scheme for the paper, and I'm so glad that this has been included in there. It made me smile when I saw it. What we've got here is, you can see, if I can just click on this, bring it here, you can see that they've done what's called the DI method. Now this is an alternative sort of like tabular form of doing a double application of parts, okay? And it's absolutely fantastically explained by the brilliant maths YouTuber called BlackPenRedPen. So a massive shout out to BlackPenRedPen, and he's got an extremely engaging series of videos where he talks you through what this method for integration by parts is. And it's called the DI method, or it's like some kind of a tabular method. I think BlackPenRedPen calls it his very easy DI method, but it's a great fun video to watch. And the advantage of the very easy DI method is you don't have to do a double application of parts. The whole thing drops out in one go. And I know that I've taught this method to students in the past and they really enjoyed it. So yeah, if you feel adventurous, I will make a separate video on the DI method, but check it out, BlackPenRedPen's very easy DI method for integration by parts. And you'll find that, I'm sure, a very engaging and entertaining video in BlackPenRedPen's special, amazingly interesting way of describing things. But to be on the safer side of life and the more traditional and conservative approach, sort of the 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 rather than the 𝗴𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃. Anyone who plays chess will know what I'm talking about there. Anatoly Karpov was the very boring traditional approach, and Kasparov was like the radical new kid on the block type thing. So basically, with my traditional approach, there you go. I don't know why I'm waffling, but that's our integration. That's question 11 done. Okay, I hope you found that helpful. See you in the next video.